Hey, and welcome to this week's Wax Pack Dad Football Edition. It's Thursday night. Woo! Get your fantasy football teams ready. Because on Sunday, the Packers are coming to town. Vikings. Woo! The Wax Pack Dad, way more fun than playing the Packers in Super Tecmo Bowl. Don Mikowski to Harvey Haddix. So bad that one of the running plays had to be to Sterling Sharp. Speaking of Harvey Haddix, Don Mikowski, and Sterling Sharp, we have got a great show, and I've been kind of teasing about it. I wanted to talk about, before we talk about what's in the box, when I show you the box, I wanted to show you some of the things that we're going to be opening this football season. Of course, my nefarious spending on random packs is probably not going to be over, but so there's some that we've done last year and a bunch that are new, and I'm really excited about this. This was a buy from last year. This is a 1980 rack pack going for Phil Simms rookie, Otis Anderson rookie. We did pull the Phil Simms last year, and the $2,000 Walter Payton. Also, we're going to go for another one that we've done last year. In search of Mr. Jerry Rice, we've got a 1986 Topps. A new one, we've got 1981 Topps going for Joe Montana. That's pretty exciting stuff. We've got a couple 1987 Topps. And then I haven't split these up yet, but if you can look on the left side, or maybe it's your right side, this one right here is 1983, and these, I suppose I should show you the right side here, are both 1979s, which I'm really excited about. We've never opened them up before. That's Earl Campbell's rookie season. I believe it is either James Lofton's first or second year, but good cards. Walter Payton's worth, I think, $2,500, $3,000 in that set. So we've got some really cool stuff. I've also got, we're going to do a couple box breaks. This bad boy right here is 1990 ProSet. This is Series 2. We also have Series 1. That is junk wax extraordinaire. So if there's something that you'd like us to break in, I also may be, I know he's kind of a rogue these days, but I may have some 91s or 92s coming, going for Brett Favre rookies. But if there's something we're missing, something you want to break that won't break the bank, let me know. I'll see if we can't fix it up. I'm going to try on my birthday, along with the 1975 Topps baseball, to get a Topps 75 Topps football as well, and maybe a Topps basketball. And open those up on my birthday. So we've got a lot of good things going on. And we'll show you kind of what's in the box so you can see what we're going to break today. I'm pretty excited about it. Love football. We're still going to do a few baseball episodes as we get going on. I think that's kind of my primary passion, but I'd like to at least do 10, 12 weeks a year of football, maybe a couple weeks of basketball mixed in, and maybe if I'm feeling a little bit froggy, an ice hockey junk wax week. So let's get at it. So the Wax Pack mom had just asked me, are we really going to open these packs? She's used to like a 1 or 2 packs. And I was like, hey, this is going to be a short little show. We're going to have a little good time. And she saw the box, and I was like, I'm busted. Art Shell, who was a coach and a Hall of Famer. Sheldon White, prospect. Vince Glenn. Harry Hamilton. Oh, good old Tony Eason. Eric Kumrow. Good player. Randall Cunningham. Gonna put him on the side. Kurt Warner, good player. We drew a 1980 of his earlier. Tim Worley, I believe he was a first-round pick, so that'll go into our first-round pick. Andre Bruce, Richard Dent, Hall of Famer, Bill Brooks, and Will McDonough. So far, I believe ProSet was like part of the NFL or something like that. They had an NFL deal, but always thought that were cool. Oh boy, another art shell. Is this going to be the same exact pack? Oh no, Joe Montana. Awesome. Beautiful card too. Hey, and Reggie White. Eagles and Packers legend. One of the best defensive players I've ever seen. Eric Wright, good player. Doug Williams, Super Bowl winner. Jim Jeffcoat. Steve Sewell. Tracy Rocker. Not sure I've heard of him. Will Wolford. Oh, is it Jay Novacek? Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, he'd actually played for a number of years. Okay. Mike Haynes. Jason Buck. Good old Dave Craig from Wisconsin. Brad Edelman. And Hall of Famer Dick Butkus. Harris Barton. John Offerdahl, good player. Good linebacker. Keith Bishop. Sammy Smith, who's a first-round draft pick of the Dolphins. Kind of a bust, but John Anderson of the Packers. Hardy Nickerson, I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Good player. Especially later on, Eric Hill. I think he was a first-round pick. Chris Spielman. All right, Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer. Greg Bell. Craig Wolfley. Alonzo Highsmith. Eric Jones. The magician Anthony Dilweg. For Packer fans, yeah, that'll come in as someone that you'll remember. Look at that grainy picture of Duke. There it is, a little bit better. You just got to bring it in there. One game he came in, threw for about 400 yards. You never saw him again. Ironically, his grandfather, Labby, actually played for the Packers in the 1930s. Bet you didn't know that. Okay. All right, Eric Moore, Chuck Knox, Doug Martin, Eric Hill. Not sure if he was a first-round pick, but we'll put him there. Scott Case, Neil Anderson, good player there. Albert Bentley, Mike Oliphant. That's an unfortunate name. Tim McGee. Oh, good old Freeman McNeil. Doug Smith. Another Sammy Smith. We're collecting those guys. Charles Haley. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Oh, Packer legend Randy Wright. And I use that with no bunch of hyperbole there. And Tom Jackson. Well, we haven't gotten a Barry, a Troy, Derrick Thomas, or even a Broderick Thomas. Who's this? Steve Atwater, rookie and Hall of Famer, I believe, for the Denver Broncos. That's really awesome. Dennis Gibson, Wayne Conlin, Ron Brown, Irving Fryer, good receiver, Ray Childress, James Jones, Danny Stubbs, Herb Eatman, good old Bubby Brister, Kevin Ross, Andy Heck, who was a first-round pick, I believe, Joy Browner, Calvin Bryant, and good old Jim McMahon in the Chargers. All right, here we go. I don't know why they had to do all the announcers. It's kind of lame. John Tittleschick. Mike Merriweather. Mark May, sorry. Steve Bloor. Sammy Winder. Wesley Walls. Oh, that's kind of cool. ProSet Prospect. Merv Levy. Nico Noga. Otis Wilson. Joe Kelly. Brian Millard. Dalton Hilliard. Leroy Irvin. Clay Matthews. I believe that's the uncle of the other Clay Matthews, or maybe Bruce Matthews. And then Tom Jackson. Got Deion Sanders. I believe he was drafted 4th. If I'm wrong, he was drafted 5th. But anyway, so I'm hoping to have these guys filled in with those top 5. Maybe we'll pull a Tony Mandrich. I know that's what you guys are waiting for, the incredible bulk. Of course, most of that bulk came from anabolic steroids, but really, potato. Marcus Cotton. Mike Singletary, Hall of Famer. Keith Byers, good running back. Ruben Mays. Frank Stams. Rod Bernstein. Randy Grimes. I do love that mustard yellow uniform that they have. Raymond Claiborne. Jim Jensen. Calvin Bryant. Carl Banks. John L. Williams. Keith Millard. Another Steve Atwater, which is really cool. And a Hall of Fame card for Mr. Terry Bradshaw. And we're going to keep going. I'm going to rip through a couple more packs before the next break here. I've never done a box break before. Hey, I know what you're thinking. What this show needs is another Sammy Smith rookie. Well, wait no further. Johnny Anderson, Artie Nickerson, Eric Hill, Chris Spielman, Jim Kelly, Greg Bell, Craig Worley, Alonzo Highsmith, Gary James, another Anthony Delwig. Can't have enough of those. Carlos Carson, Gary Anderson, Stephon Page, and Danny Fouts. All right. We're going to get these guys out of here. We're going to keep moving. We got packs to open. We got Sammy Smith futures to buy into. Another Art Shell. You can tell the collation is a little funky with these. Hartley Dykes, one of the worst first-round picks. I think he had like 10 catches in his career. Tommy Kramer. Jim Lachey. Hey, Bo Jackson. Awesome card. Really cool. Trace Armstrong, first-round pick of the Bears. Had a really good career. You know, not Hall of Famer, but real solid. Rob Morris. Keith Jackson. Good tight end. Pat Swilling. I believe he was in the Hall of Fame. Mark Malone. Dan Turok. Brent Williams. Mark Brown. And Chris Berman. All right, so we've got the last two. We got number 4, number 5. Just waiting on Troy Aikman, Tony Mandrich, and Barry Sanders himself. Jeez, another Jim McMahon. Boy, the collation is really weird, but I would take Willie Gault, Marcus Cotton, another Mike Singletary, Hall of Famer, Keith Byers, Ruben Mays, Frank Stams, Randy Grimes, Randy Claymore, Jimmy Jensen, Ray Childress, Carl Banks, John L. Williams, Keith Millard, and Jim McMahon. All right. Mr. Oliphant, Tim McGee, Freeman McNeil, Doug Smith. Oh my goodness, you'll never believe it. Number 5, Sammy Smith. Charles Haley, Randy Wright, Vaughn Johnson, George Seifert, Herschel Walker, Dan Reeves, Brian Washington, Gene Stallings. I believe I had a better run as a college coach. Freddie Joe Nunn, and Frank Gifford. Well, at least Jim McMahon's not at the back of this pack. We got another Art Shell. Jonathan Hayes, top prospect. John Frank. Alan Pinkett. Vance Johnson. Donnell Wolford, I believe he was a first-round pick. Tim Six Gun Harris. John Settle. Tim Worley, he was a first-round pick. I believe with Pittsburgh. Jamie Holland. Andre Reed, Hall of Famer. Henry Ellard. Earl Farrell. Ernest Givens, and the old run shoot. And a young Al Michaels. We're going to open one more pack up here. Still looking for the big three. My luck, I'll get a Tony Mandrich. Another art shell. Gil Bird. Paul Gruber from Wisconsin. Reggie Dupard. Mark Clayton. Another Chris Carter. Mark Bavaro. Rufus Porter. Darren Nelson. Hey, another Derrick Thomas. Love it. Rick Byron. Jim Colbert. Dwayne Bickett. Jack Del Rio. You might recognize him as Coach Del Rio. And Dick Butkus. All right. Bobby Butler. Kevin Butler broke my heart one time. Beat the Packers at the end of the game. Chris Collinsworth. Max Montoya. Kenny O'Brien. Good quarterback for, well, average. Bobby Humphrey from Denver. First round pick. Tim McHire. Jim Telshek. Jim Tice. Robert Drummond. Anthony Miller. Ricky Reynolds. Herb Cross. I just keep going. Carlos Carson. Gary Anderson. Stephon Page. Ryan Williams, who was a #1 pick. Cool. The Giants. Alfred Anderson. Jeff Bostic. All right, Marcus Allen, Hall of Famer. Another Jim McMahon. S.D. Jackson. Jerome Brown. Sam Mills, Hall of Famer. Hey, Rodney Peete. You Detroit Lions fans. Gary Anderson. Mark Carrier, James Brown. We're going to keep going. It's like the Baton Death March. Woo! 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Reggie McElroy. Henry Thomas. Jeff Fuller. Mike Rozier. Rulon Jones. Hey, another Deion Sanders. I'll take that any day. Kenny Rutgers. Chris Miller. David Williams, first round pick. Much about him. Dan Hennig. Ronnie Harmon. Leroy Irvin. Anthony Bell. And Joe Harassment Sooth Namath. We're going to go with one more. Another Hardy Nickerson. Eric Hill, first round pick. Chris Spielman. Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer. Great. Greg Bell. Greg Wolfley. Alonzo Highsmith. Gary James. Yet another Anthony Dilwig. All right. Let's say we're in the back 9. Huh. For the 6th time, Jim McMahon at the back of the pack. And Art Shell in the front of the pack. But it doesn't really matter because the rest of the pack is still collated. Jimbo Colbert, Dwayne Bickett, Coach Del Rio, Anthony Munoz, Hall of Famer. We pulled an early one of him. Pat Ryan, Stanley Morgan. Hey, Troy Aikman. Funny story about Troy Aikman. I was going to the Packer-Cowboys game. They played them twice that year, which was weird because they weren't in the conference. They're in the NFC, but not the NFC Central. But he was playing with Steve Walsh, was starting because Troy was, he had broken his arm, and it was early in the game, and I was 12 years old and kind of a punk. So he was out there with the rest of the team, and this was like 2 hours before game day, and I said, hey, Troy. He turns around, And I said, how many touchdowns you gonna throw today? And then he flipped me the bird. Totally deserved, but a great story. So Troy, this one's for you, buddy. Tom Rathman, Anthony Toney, Eric Wright, Doug Williams, Jim Jeffcoat, Steve Sewell, and Jim McMahon. All right, we're going to keep going. Now we are just missing. We'll put Troy up there in a second here in our next break. We're now just missing Barry, which is one of my favorite cards. Another art shell. Jeez, how many art shells can you get? Anthony Munoz, Pat Ryan, Stanley Morgan. Hey, another Troy Aikman. All right. Tom Rathman. It's like the same pack. Anthony Toney. It's like, hey, ProSet. FYI, Collate. Art Monk. Danny Noonan. Gerald Willett. Ernest Biner. Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas. Cedric Mack. And the Juice. That's, who'd have thought right now there'd be a white Bronco in your future, buddy. Well, anyway. Let's see if we can pull an art shell. No, Bruce Matthews, who's a Hall of Famer. Not a lot of value for Thomas Brown now for offensive linemen, though. Henry Thomas, Albert Lewis is a good player. Aaron Jones. Phil Simms, we pulled his 1980 rookie Thomas. All right, there's Broderick Thomas, brother of Derrick. Pretty cool. I believe he was drafted 6th. Did not have the career as brother, but still decent. Dexter Manley, good player. Dan Mosbar, Mike Merriweather. Steve McMichael, who's battling ALS right now. Also WCW Mongo. We wish him the best. Mike Rickenbach. Jim Mora, and Ken Stabler. So here we go. We've got 3/5 of our draft board filled. We've got Troy, and then we're missing the Mandrich Sandwich, and we're missing Barry, and then we've got Deion and Derrick. So we've got 2 Derrick Thomas, 2 Deion Sanders, 2 Troy Aikmans, and lo and behold, Jimmy Mack. I don't know what's going on with that. Another Steve Atwater. Kind of cool. Hall of Fame rookie. Bobby Butler. Kevin Butler. Dean Bisucci. Chris Collinsworth. Max Montoya. Kenny O'Brien. Lawrence McGrew. Bobby Humphreys. Tim McKeer. John Tittleschick. Say that 10 times. Tittleschick. Mike Merriweather. Mark May, Steve Plur, Sammy Winder, and Jimmy Mack. I'm going to tell you what, if we pull any Sammy Smiths, Jimmy Macks, art shells, it's time to drink. Ryan Williams, first round pick. Alfred Anderson, Jeff Bostic, another Marcus Allen, nice card. Jimmy Mack, drink. Westy Jackson, Jerome Brown, Sam Mills, Hall of Famer, Rodney Peete, best known for marrying Holly Robinson Peete of the Hallmark fame, Gary Anderson, Mark Carrier, Bruce Armstrong, John Bosa, I don't know if that's Joey Bosa's dad, Jeff Bostic, we'll just say it is, and Joe Theismann in better days before his leg was cracked in half. All right. I wonder if he's like walking around his house and he hears footsteps and he's like, LT's coming, you know, while he's watering the garden in the backyard. Gonna snap his leg again. Bruce Armstrong, John Bosa. This looks awful familiar. Sam Mills, Eric Moore, Chuck Knox, Doug Martin, Eric Hill, first round pick. Scott Case, Neil Anderson, the guy who replaced Sweetness, Albert Bentley, Mike, don't call it an Oliphant, Tim McKee, Freeman McNeil, Doug Smith, and this is a mint Vern Lundquist. All right. Well, here we go. So we're gonna have three giveaways. The first one is kind of the consolation prize, which is pretty darn cool. A Thurman Thomas rookie, Jerry Rice, a Jim Kelly, a Steve Atwater rookie, and a Joe Montana. Second spin's going to be the Derrick Thomas and Andre Rison rookie, and Bo Jackson. Well, it's technically his rookie in. That's the first year ProSet, but his second year card. So that's going to be the second spin. And for the grand prize, we're going to give away the Troy Aikman and Deion Sanders rookies. So pretty darn cool. Wow, thanks for sticking with me. Want to thank a couple of the new public subscribers, Ryan Angel, The Comet, and David Gonos. David's actually another content creator. He's got a great YouTube channel that I've been checking out. So we are going to start off with the Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Thurman Thomas, Steve Atwater. So let's get at it. Don Charles, congratulations. You have till Saturday to comment. Of course, like the content as well, and comment in there, and then we'll get in touch. If you comment by Saturday afternoon or evening, then we'll go from there. All right. The next giveaway is going to be the Bo Jackson, Andre Rison, and Derrick Thomas. Hey, Kevin Fisher, another relatively new subscriber, so congratulations. Okay, here we go. Final, the Troy Aikman and Deion Sanders. Beautiful cards, mint cards. See who's going to win these bad boys. And Theo Frazier. All right, so you guys have till Sunday evening to comment, and then we'll get in touch with you guys. Just want to thank everybody for sticking with us here. And as always, thanks everybody, and God bless.